People would always giggle at me. The basketball hoops used to be next to the biculars. It's like a crevice into like a different dimension. I didn't even understand half those words. Yeah, business psychology, those are my two. Those are my assault counters to what the world has to throw at me. You know, I sometimes I put my hand in the air and I just say assault mode, activate. And you know, I have that extra valor, which is my degree, and I just absolutely go ham. I call them man-eater bugs because I want to be positive. I want to always think positive, like a reed butterfly. I mean, no matter what night it was, it could be a penguin night or something like that, and I could always be happy. I have these trials. I used to call it the trial of the princess, and that made her happy. You might be an illusionist, faceless mage for all I know, but you made me happy. Exactly, yeah. I grew out of it like a kind of like a beaver warrior. Like those don't exist. A beaver, a beaver, like that thing, like a beaver can't be a warrior. I could be like, you know, like the best card in Yu-Gi-Oh of all time, which is the giant turtle who feeds on flames. Everyone knows about that. I don't know. I'm just really hungry. I need a burger. I need a burger right now. Dalgian, I think his name was. I don't know. I watched it pretty recently, so I wouldn't remember too well. And he was like raising his body heat, and I'm just like, what the heck? He grows these like mystic tomatoes in his backyard. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, come on, man. Like, Hinotama. You've heard of that, right? Hinotama, because well, that would make sense. But you've heard of, I mean, you've at least heard of the teacher Kaukai Meru, right? Mr. Meru. He's very, very popular. He teaches at multiple schools. You've heard of him a little bit, you know? Yeah, just a little bit. They call him the Sand.
I haven't heard of him.
They call him the Sandman.
I haven't heard of him at all.
They call him the Sandman. You've heard of it a little bit, I'm saying.
Well, actually, this is the first time I've heard of him.
Well, the review that I get is like he's 4 stars. Cause you know, sometimes I feel like my back's to the wall. I have to go to college. I have to take on this debt to get this worthless degree. I actually do have a sword of dark destruction. Do you know if a college degree is required to become a Infernity necromancer?
That I'm not sure about. That is a great question. That would be a question you would have to ask the representative when they contact you.
You've heard of that word, right? Your AB. It's.
No, I haven't heard that word.
It's kind of, yeah. It kind of just means not hip. I wasn't a jockey. I wasn't a car jockey, cocky, ducky, lucky, stick stocky. Like, I wasn't anything like that. I was just myself. If you know anything about spatial collapses or anything like that, they're actually quite interesting. One of the stars is named the Vengeful Servant. Have you heard of that star? It's pretty newly discovered. It was I want to say it wasn't on the mainstream media, but you've heard of it a little bit, right? The Vengeful Servant.
I haven't heard of that star.
Hey, you were a witty phantom.